Hi, my name is Daisy and you are welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. So on this channel, I create content based on my faith in Christ, marriage, motherhood, and I also do some vlogs just generally on my lifestyle. So if you're new here, you are welcome and I hope you'll stick around. Today, I'll just be talking about my journey as a first-time mom, exclusively breastfeeding. Yes, so I exclusively breastfed my baby for 6 whole months. And I am so excited. This journey of breastfeeding is one that people are not really embarking on, as I have noticed in the recent past. And I am just so glad that I got to have the opportunity and the time to actually breastfeed my baby. She just turned 6 months a few months ago, and I am so excited that I breastfed her for the first 6 months exclusively, and now she's transitioning into eating solids. And I'm just here talking to that mom. You could be a first-time mom or your first time thinking of breastfeeding your child. And I hope that this video will be a motivation and you will be encouraged to breastfeed after watching this video. So to start with, I'll talk about the negatives or the cons of breastfeeding. Firstly, just the initial weeks, it was a bit difficult for me because it was new to me, and the other thing is it was very painful. I had some nipple irritation, and so it was very painful when the baby latches, and I think that went on for about 2 weeks. But after that 2 weeks, it was so beautiful, and the pain went away, and I was able to just breastfeed her on demand, and that was so relieving for me. So that's just one con I can talk about. And the other thing is you need time, because breastfeeding, you need to sit down and make sure that the baby feeds until he or she is satisfied. So you maybe to take some time away from what you're supposed to be doing during the day. But I think those are the cons that I can think of. That's what I experienced. There were more positives than there were negatives in my experience. And so the positives that I experienced are that, one, it's cheap, it's free. Yeah, so I was just able to breastfeed my baby on demand and not need to worry about expenses with regards to her eating. So it's cheaper, it's free sort of, and I was able to just breastfeed her on demand. The other thing I can talk about is that breast milk has all the nutrients that the baby needs. And so I am just glad that I was able to do that for my daughter and to just give her the nutrients that she needs. You don't need to worry about what's contained in the milk, because the body produces it in the quantity and in the formation that the baby needs. So that's a positive, and that's why I chose to breastfeed my baby. And another thing I can talk about is that with breastfeeding, you get to bond with your child and just take that time. I know I said it's a con where you have to take time to breastfeed the child and just take part of your time during the day, but I can say that it's a beautiful time to just bond with your child and just as they are feeding, and you just get to look at them and they just get to know you and just bond with you in that moment. So for me, that was a positive, and I really enjoyed my times when I was breastfeeding my baby, or I am enjoying my times as I am breastfeeding my baby. And the other point that I can talk about is that with breast milk, you are guaranteed that the baby is receiving the antibodies they need, and just the other components that come with making them nourished, and just being this healthy baby that they need to be. So that is another component of breastfeeding that you can also look into if you are someone who's looking to breastfeed for the first time. And I am just so excited that my daughter will one day grow up and know that I took the time to actually feed her in that way. With time, we are seeing that people are moving away naturally from breastfeeding. There's so much controversies, there's so much negativity that is attached to breastfeeding. One of the main things that I know of is that women say that it will maybe disfigure their breasts or in that form. But what I can say is, if you choose to have a child, just the process of you being pregnant, the process of you carrying that child already makes changes to your body. So why not go the extra mile of breastfeeding the child, even if maybe it might alter the way you might want to look or appear. I mean, with time, the body will never be the same. We are growing every day. So if you still want to hold on to your youth in that manner and deny your child that bond, deny your child that ability to freely get the food that they're supposed to get from your breast milk, then I think that's a selfish act that a person can consider. So I know that's one of the main things why women do not want to breastfeed. But I just hope this video is going to encourage you that it's a beautiful journey. It's not easy sometimes because maybe the baby wakes up at the middle of the night, and you have to take the time off to really sit and just breastfeed the child. But the overall picture and the overall reason you are doing it is something that you should be proud of, and something that you should be thankful to God for. And so if you are a mother that is thinking of breastfeeding, or that is just looking for that encouragement, I am here. And if you are looking to breastfeed your child, I am so much encouraging you to do that. So just some tips that I would give so that your breastfeeding journey goes smoothly. Firstly, I made a video just with regards to breastfeeding, so I'll link it somewhere here, and I'll also put it in the description. But some of the other things that I've come to know in this short time that I've breastfed my baby. Firstly, you need to make sure that you buy comfortable bras or nursing bras, because those ones will help you to easily breastfeed your child, especially maybe if you're in public or if you are going to bed. It will help you just navigate the whole breastfeeding process easily. Then the other thing that I'll talk about is you also need to look into the clothing that you wear. I would advise you wearing like clothes that maybe have an elasticated band, so that you can just easily pull it down if you need to breastfeed the child. You can also look into wearing clothes that maybe have buttons in front, so that you can just easily unbutton and breastfeed your child. And I have also done a video that has dresses that are breastfeeding friendly, so I'll also link that video in my description and in the card above, so that you can go and watch it and see some of the styles that you can like. Your wardrobe has to be like breastfeeding friendly, but you don't need to change the whole wardrobe setup that you have, but just make a few additions to the clothing that you already have, so that you have a good way of having easy access to the time when you're supposed to breastfeed. Then the other things that I do is, if I am going out, because my baby had difficulties in adapting to the bottle. So even if I expressed milk and put it in a bottle for her to feed later, sometimes she would not take it so well. So I had to feed in public. So what I do is, if, for example, I'll just lay out maybe a day. If I'm going out, for a day, or I'm going for an outing. Firstly, I make sure that before we leave, I breastfeed her so that she's satisfied and she's content. Then when we are staying maybe longer out of the home, I ensure that I have clothing that will make it able for me to easily breastfeed her. So if maybe, for example, we've gone shopping, I'll just take some time off and maybe sit in the car and breastfeed her. I also bought some form of clothing that you can, it's more like just, can I say, like a wrap of some sort that just helps you with breastfeeding. If I find a picture, I'll just post it somewhere here so that you can see it. So you can just cover yourself as you are breastfeeding her, especially as you are breastfeeding him or her, sorry, especially if you are in public, so that it's comfortable for you and you do not have to expose yourself. So I take some time just to breastfeed her. If we are out maybe running errands, in between the errands, I always make sure that I have some time that I breastfeed her. So you can also do that for your child, just so the child receives the nutrients they need, and they are also nourished and satisfied as you are out of the home. Then when you are home, you can just breastfeed on demand. For example, when the baby wakes up, you can breastfeed him or her. Or when the baby has been awake for a long time, is becoming fussy, you can try to breastfeed. If at all maybe they want other things, they will refuse the breast, and maybe you can look at other things that you can do with them. But otherwise, it's not really something that is a task that is so strenuous that you cannot do. If you are a first time mom, or you are trying to breastfeed for the first time, this is your call to say you can do it, and I know that you appreciate what you have done for your child. And it also just helps us as mothers to know that we have been made for this particular thing, because it's so natural. You don't have to stress, you don't have to look into many other ways to feed your child. The Lord has equipped you, and you are very much capable to breastfeed this child and to nourish them until such a time as you start introducing solid foods. So these, I think, are just some of the points that I thought I should share, and just encourage that woman that wants to breastfeed her child. It's not difficult. I know there will be a few challenges here and there. For example, I didn't have my breast milk come in after I delivered for, I think, the first 3 days. But after that, the milk started coming out, and from there on, it's been sufficient for the child, and she's growing well. She's well nourished, gaining weight just perfectly. She also hasn't been like prone to a lot of illnesses and all. I think it's attesting to the fact that the breast milk has all the antibodies and just other components that it has that helps the child grow healthy, and just nourishes the child as they should. So that's just something I can talk about with regards to breastfeeding. And in addition to that, I'm just giving her vitamin C because they said it's not really properly absorbed from the breast milk. So that's the only supplement that I'm giving her. Then you can talk to your physician. If at all that's something that they will advise you to do, then you can go ahead and do it. But that's just something about my breastfeeding journey, and I am really rooting for those women that really want to breastfeed, the women that want to feed their children in that way. So if you have no medical condition and if you are really looking forward to doing this, this is a video that should encourage you and let you know that it's possible, and you really enjoy it with time, just as I have enjoyed it. Yeah, so that's about my breastfeeding journey so far. So recently my daughter started solids, and we've now transitioned. I'm still fully breastfeeding, but I'm also just introducing some other foods bit by bit, just incorporating some foods in her day, and we'll see how it goes. So this is just like an update on how my breastfeeding journey has been, an encouragement to that woman who might be thinking of breastfeeding, but maybe they are skeptical or they do not know how the journey will be. And if you have any other questions that I might not have answered in this video, or I might not have addressed in this video, you can please just comment down below and I'll gladly answer those questions. Yeah, so that's my breastfeeding journey so far, and I'll come back again to give an update on how she's coping with the solids and how I'm breastfeeding, and also incorporating the food that she's being introduced to. That's all I had to share today. And if you are a mom looking to breastfeed, this is your call to breastfeed your child and to enjoy it while you're at it. So I hope these few points and just me explaining how my journey is of help to you, and it's also an encouragement to you. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch the other videos that I've linked and also put in my description, so that you can just get more insight on this breastfeeding journey, and I'll be able to make more content with regards to just my breastfeeding journey, so that if you're also embarking on that journey or you've already been there, you can watch and just be encouraged as well. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching this video this far. I'll see you in my next video. Take care and bye.